Hello, Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. Welcome to my channel where we try to help kids fall in love with reading. And today, the last day before Thanksgiving break, we are working on making reading plans for a break so that everyone has some awesome books to read during their 5 days away from the classroom. So I'm going to take you around the room. I'm going to show you all of the books that my 5th graders are going to start reading at the beginning of break. I'm going to share with you first the 2 books that I am currently reading and excited to read on break. The first one is Play Like a Girl. It is a graphic novel memoir from Misty Wilson, illustrated by her husband, David Wilson. Story of Misty when she was in 7th grade and decided she wanted to play tackle football. I'm about 3/4 of the way done and I cannot get enough of this book. It's so stinking good. And then after I finish that, I'm going to read Jared Lerner's A Work in Progress. This illustrated novel comes out in May of 2023. And it just looks amazing. I'm so excited to read it. Look at, and this is not a finished copy. He wrote a little letter when he sent it to me talking about how the art is not completely done and a few formatting changes, but I am so excited to read this book. Everything Jared writes is awesome in this one. I've heard some good things from the couple of people who've read it. I've been kind of seeing what Jared's been posting of other people's reactions. I'm so excited to read it. But you didn't come here to see what I'm going to be reading over break. You probably came to see what my 5th graders are going to be reading over break. So I'm going to take you inside our classroom readers' brains right now. Here we go. First up, this book finally, I'm about 2 weeks late, but finally adding Diary of a Wimpy Kid Diaper Overload to the classroom library. I'm so excited. The kid who's reading it has read so many amazing books this year, and he's just started reading the Wimpy Kid. So of course he gets to be the first person to read book 17 in the series. I'm so excited to hear what he thinks of it. Next up, Wings of Fire, book 5. I'm sure you've seen these books. I'm sure you've seen the graphic novels. Holy smokes, this series has taken off in my classroom. The graphic novel is sparking some excitement and people being curious about the chapter books, which is always fun to see that crossover appeal. So kid reading book 5 in the Wings of Fire series. Steve L. McEvil. I got a couple of these books. The author, Lucas, sent me them over the summer. They're really becoming popular in my class, and it's exciting to see kids reading them. So fun. This is like the graphic novel table right now. And crossover, I just had a kid over there read the graphic novel adaptation of Kwame Alexander's book. And now it's fun to see a kid reading the graphic novel adaptation of the Newbery Medal winning book, Crossover. These kids are reading so many great books. The Lego Ideas book, how exciting is that? Look at this beast. We are actually going to Legoland, the Michigan Legoland, during Thanksgiving break because it's my son's birthday. So I might have to peek through this a little bit after I'm done making this video, see if I can't get some Lego excitement going. Alone, one of the most popular books. I think there's another kid over there reading it. One of the most popular books in my classroom last year and this year. It's like the 2022 version of Hatchet. Kids can't get enough of this. It really relates to the time that we're living in and what it would be like to be left alone. And not left alone, but to be alone without what you have. You must read this novel verse. If you watch any of my videos, I've been talking about this book nonstop for 2 years. Buy it, read it. So amazing. And I haven't had a kid read this in a while. The Lost Girl by Anne Ursu. I'm so excited. I need to have a reading conference with her because this book is dynamite and I just can't wait to hear what she thinks of it. I'm so excited. Yeah, this is one of the most popular graphic novel series in my classrooms this year. I think they're like the Click books. I'm not sure exactly what they're being called, but they're Kayla Miller's graphic novels. There's a bunch of them now. She's pumping them out 1 or 2 a year, and they are really taking root in my reader's heart. So you need to check these out. We went to 5th grade camp, so how fun is this? Next up, SpongeBob comics. This kid just loves SpongeBob so much. He's all about it. So how fun is that? He got this from our school library. Hunger Games, my friend here, he's been reading it for a while, been working his tail off, and he came to me yesterday. He's like, Mr. Sharp, the games have begun and 11 people have already died. It's so good. It's so fun to hear. You know, like when you read a series and you loved it and now like one of your readers is reading it and like you're getting to you just want to ask him so many questions. And then I survived. The Hindenburg Disaster. Oh, a reader at this table, a different kid was reading this, I think, yesterday, but like the kid sitting next to him is reading it now. Or maybe it's the same kid. He came up to me and said, Mr. Sharp, do you have any other Hindenburg books? I'm like, no, that's the only one I have. So if you have any Hindenburg Disaster recommendations, leave them in the comments because this kid wants more. Can't get enough. They're so into it. It makes me so happy. I don't know about you, but I just think the world is a better place when people are reading Hatchet. This is the book that I fell in love with as a reader, actually in the classroom next door when Miss Collins read it to me in 4th grade, to see this reader who's read so many amazing books. He just finished The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Now he's reading Hatchet. I'm just like looking over his shoulder sometimes, like seeing what moment he's in, like he's experiencing this book for the first time. And I can remember when I experienced this book for the first time. Most of the books being read here have been published, I would say, like 2018 and on, and to see someone reading this book from the 1980s. Let's go. Next up, The First Cat in Space Ate Pizza, one of the most popular graphic novels the last couple years. Look how popular it is. It's fallen, well, I probably shouldn't use a pencil as a bookmark. It might be why it's fallen apart. The kids love it. They can't get enough. This is one of our favorite books as a class. We watched all the videos on YouTube. They're so much fun. We even ate pizza when we watched the last one. We're just having fun reading books. Wings of Fire. I think I've told you about this kid. He's reading book 1, then the graphic novel book 1, book 2, graphic novel book 2. Now he's on book 3, crushing it, winning the day, loving his life, reading the great books. And Alone, this girl, she's almost done. Yeah, look. It's so exciting. Like, what a journey she's been on. Look at that. Oh, I love the ending of this book. I want to see where she's at. Oh, she's so close. All right, let's see. One last table. Let's see what amazing books they're reading. Prisoner B3807. I was talking to this kid yesterday. I'm like, you have to tell me about this book because I haven't read it. He is the newest Alan Gratz fan, which makes my heart so happy. He just finished Ground Zero and he immediately jumped into another one of Mr. Gratz's books. Next up, Annie, an adaptation of Anne of Green Gables, sort of. This author also did an adaptation of Little Women, and this reader loved it so much that we pre-ordered this book, and she's so excited that it's here now. Warriors, this kid has been showing me all kinds of different connections he's seeing between the different warrior books. He's way into it, and I love hearing him talk about that and how much he loves that book. Prisoner of War, a novel of World War II. This girl will read everything historical fiction that I have. She can't get enough of it. It's just so much fun to see the wheels turning in her head and the pages turning in her hands. She's crushing it. Sunny Side Up, one of my favorite graphic novel series of the last decade. These books are awesome. They're flying off the shelf. It seems like kids were reading them right when Sunny Side Up came out, but as more books in the series have come out, it's just like a snowball just gaining steam, and kids just love it, which makes me so happy. And then finally, the last one, The Aquanaut. I think this is only our first or second reader of The Aquanaut this year. One of my favorite graphic novels of 2022. So many amazing books. They're reading so many great things. Be sure to let me know down in the comments what books your readers are reading over Thanksgiving, what books you are reading.